So far, I've been running the demo app in the default hashbang mode. That's pretty easy to recognize as I click various links in the application. You can see the hash sign is always present at the base of the application path. By default, hashbang mode only includes a hash sign. I'll quickly show you how you can change that. I'll open app.js and inject the location provider into the config function. I'll then call the hash prefix function on it and pass it the string I want to use with the hash sign. I'll pass it an exclamation mark, often referred to as a bang, so it will truly be in hashbang mode. Since that changes the format of the app's URLs, I'm going to change the links in the navigation bar to use the hash character followed by the exclamation mark. With those changes in place, we can refresh the app and see that the new character shows up in all of the URLs. Let's now reconfigure the app to work in HTML5 mode. I'll start by commenting out the change to the hash prefix. I'll then paste in some code that will configure it to run in HTML5 mode. You just call the HTML5 mode function on the location provider and pass it an object literal with the options you want to use. I've set enabled to true, which just specifies we want to use HTML5 mode. I've also set require base and rewrite links to true. Setting require base to true means that we are required to specify the base of our application in our HTML. We'll do that in just a second. Setting rewrite links to true means that Angular will rewrite links as necessary and fall back to hashbang mode in older browsers. The default for both of these properties is true, so the easiest way to specify that we want to run in HTML5 mode is to use the syntax for the HTML5 mode function that just takes a boolean. We can simply call the function and pass it true to get the same behavior this object literal specifies. Now I need to go to the index.html file and add a base tag that specifies the base URL for the application. Since our application is created at the root of the web server, the base URL will just be /. I can now modify the links in the navigation bar so that they don't include the hash symbol at all. I'll go back to the browser and refresh the app again. You can now see that as I navigate around, none of the URLs contain the hash symbol and everything works the same. I should say that everything appears to be working the same. I didn't make any changes to the web server to redirect all links to the root of the application. Because of that, if I type a bad URL in the address bar, you see that I get a 404 error back from the web server. When we were running in hashbang mode and I typed a bad URL after the hash symbol, Angular redirected us to the URL specified in our call to the otherwise function on the route provider. That doesn't happen by default in this configuration, which is why you need to make changes on the server as well. Since the rest of the links in the app are configured for hashbang mode, I think we'll just stick with that. So I'm going to comment out the line of code that put it in HTML5 mode. I'll also go back to the navigation links and add the single hash symbol to the beginning of each of them.